Well, I filmed this about 3 times and now I'm like, ugh, forgot what I was talking about anyway. But Finn has just gone to his nana's because she's picked him up early because she goes on holiday tomorrow, so she wants to see him before she goes. So he's gone earlier, so I thought I'm going to get a brew because I'm just having a fruit tea at the minute, a tropical one. It's gone cold now, so probably going to get a cup of coffee in a minute anyway. And then I'm going to choose a book to start reading because I was reading, it's like me crafting. I have crafting ideas. I've got so many crafting ideas at the minute. It's just coming out of my ears, but I need to just finish one and then start another. But my crafting table's always like, meh, full of stuff. And Hayley B will know that because, like you said the other day when you went live, you're not a proper crafter unless your craft room or table or whatever it is you work on is a mess, which that's how mine is, because I start one thing and then start another because I get bored very easily, but I need to finish some bits off. And I was waiting for some glue to come for something, and that's come, and it's been here for a week and I didn't even realise it was there because it was in the conservatory, and I thought it was a little box of screws that the builder had, but it wasn't, it was mine. And I'm like that with books as well. I have loads of different books on the go, but I've left them down for a little bit. Tried to pick one up the other day. I've got me Pam Grout E2, that's the experiment one, that Law of Attraction, which I've only got, I'm up to the yellow one there, so I've only got a bit to go. Now that was Cunningham's Magical Sampler. That's just a spell book thing that I got a bit ago that I've not looked at properly yet. I had The Little Shop of Happy Ever After, which I only got that far anyway. I think I started reading this one again, which I'm going to have to do whichever one I choose because I think I'm going to forget where I was. Salem Witch Society, that was good. And then this one, but this is the one I choose that I'm going to try and get back into because I normally bend the page back and I've not kept the page, and I think it was about here because it seems a bit as if it's had something in there. It's had a page bent back, so I think I'm only that far through, but I think I'm either going to have to start from the beginning again or just read the last couple of pages running up to it to jog my memory. Because if I'm right, this one was about, it was in Ireland. I think it's about a ghost that comes into these tower blocks and floats down the houses and sees what everyone's doing. And I'm assuming he comes to help someone, but he doesn't know who in the tower block it is, something like that. And it was a dead cute story. I've only read that far, but it was a really sweet story. It says, 1 address, 4 flats, a house full of hearts, and the extraordinary visitor about to change their lives forever. 66 Star Street at 66 Star Street. I can't even say that. It's magic. And I found this in the charity shop, and I just remember before, I just was like, oh my god, I just remembered. You know, I keep saying the same charity shop where I got my cup of Kelly back, where I had to buy it back because my mum put it there and I had to buy it back for 70p. And then a couple of days later I went in and that same cup was there. Not the same cup because I bought it back, but that cup with Born to be Princess on with marshmallows, which is how Kelly had sent it to me, was there. The cushion that I got, someone got me a few years ago, there was the same one there, and I thought my mum had took that to charity shop, and then I got home and there was another one, so I had 2. The little bear that I Finn got, and I just remembered a couple of weeks back or a month back, this book was on the shelf, but it wasn't this cover. It was a hard cover, but it was this book. Because I remember thinking, oh, it's gold with a pink star. And I thought, oh, jog a memory. I must go and read that. So, is that shop trying to tell me something? I keep seeing 2s of the same thing. I've just got to fix this as well. I made one of these ages ago. And it's like a skull bracelet. And it's Napa leather. And then you just pull it, and it's got a magnet bit there, but the magnet bit popped off. Made this ages ago, so I just need to glue it back in, but I don't know if you can see. That was ones I used to make ages ago, but it's a little skull with a flower on. I like skulls, they're cute. But I think I'm going to get back into reading this. I think I'm going to jump on here, open the blinds, because I like when the sun comes in, and I'm just going to chill for half an hour. Then I've got to go and tidy it up, sort a few bits out, put tea on in a bit, and then I'm going to have a bath, and then I'm going to sit in my PJs, and I'm going to do some crafting tonight, and crafty night for me tonight, and try and get some bits done. And if I've got any ideas popping into my head, because that's what I tend to do even in my journals, I write it all down, scribble it all down, and then when I get a chance to get around to doing them, or get bored and want to do something else, that's what I do. So yeah, get back into your books, people, because it's like a lost art. It's not really, but you know, I just think people go on Kindles and that, but I thought I need to, because I'm like that with everything, flitty flatty, whatever you call it, flitting to one thing to another. I'm going to try and get through this one before I get through them, because it was a cute story, and it's one of them ones, because I keep saying, I put on Instagram a picture of autumny picture I made up, because it feels more autumny to me. It feels like it's coming earlier. People keep going on about the weather, and I'm just like, the weather's the weather, we live in England, if it rains, just whatever. Just, and always when people go on about the weather, I'm like, I know, and I know, like when I was younger, when I used to go away for 6 weeks to my nana's to Wales, when I was younger in them days, it was sunny all the time, and you used to watch the weather and it was 20 odd and it was sunny all the time. But like the generations today and the world, it changes, and it's just like, it is what it is. The weather is what it is, whatever day it is. Like this morning it was really sunny, then it went cloudy, didn't know if it was going to rain, but whatever. I like autumn anyway, and I want to talk about that in another video about autumn and change, and how it's a nice way to shed some stuff in autumn with the trees shedding the leaves. But just yakking as usual, rambling, but that'll be another chat for another day, maybe this weekend, because I haven't got Finn. But yeah, I'm going to go and try and get into this book with a coffee now, and have just half an hour little me time. Even though I haven't got Finn, could be all day me time, but I have got stuff to do after cleaning and, you know, the mundane house stuff. I've got to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. What books are you all reading? Do you read books, or you're on Kindle? If you read books, what sort of books are you into? Has anyone read this one? It's a cute book, which goes along with the little yellow book that I put on Instagram of, oh, what's it called? Let me go and get it. Oh, I thought I was going to knock it off again then. This is the cutest book I've ever read. Hope for the Flowers. It's a dead quick, easy book, because it looks like a children's book. But it's the cutest littlest story. When I was sat reading it, I was just like, that is so cute. I'd love to, like, because that's a good idea as well. If you ever get any uplifting little stories, you could pass them on to someone who's feeling down, or post them off to just random somebody in the address book. I don't know, but I'd love to do that with this book, but I've only just got it. It was secondhand, but I can't. It's just, you know, one of the things you just have to keep, because it's just like cute. I might end up giving it away or letting someone read it in the end, but I only got it the other week or so ago, and it's just a little tale about a caterpillar, and it's got a message in it, and I'm not going to say what it is, because if you do manage to read this book or get it on, I don't know if you can read it online or whatever, I don't know, but I just wanted the book because, like I said, I like to hold things and flip through pages and stuff, but it's just the cutest littlest story with a little message about life. It's just so cute. It would be nice to actually, you know what I could do, you know them boxes you get and you can set things in them, like crafting things, and but it's a picture on the wall. I could put that into one of them, and it could be like, I could display it on the wall, you know, when I say I do that wall when I get round to it. I still haven't collected any photo frames. I'm going to have to start doing that in the next couple of months running up to Christmas. I want to try and get that wall done, but that'd be a good idea. So yeah, what you all reading, guys? I'm going to go off now, make myself a coffee, get on the bed just for half an hour, because I just like sitting upstairs because I can see out my window and nosy as well. And I'm just going to, I was going to go in the garden, but it looks a bit grey, I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What do you do to relax if you get a spare half an hour? What do you do? I mean, I've got to go and do stuff after, like I said, but I'm just going to do it now I'm just going to try and find out if I can remember the story. And then tonight, probably when I've done a bit of crafting, I'll do a bit of crafting later, and then I'll probably come to bed. Just before I come to bed, I'll probably have a bath and then read a book, because I think that'll get me all ready to go to sleep. You know, if you have a hot bath, and then reading a book makes you tired, I think. You know, when you try and get to, I like to try and get to I always think, I'll get past one more page, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I think, well, I'll just get past one more page, but I think it does help you. If you're having any problems of sleeping, get a good book, have a hot bath before you get in bed with a book, get nice and warm, and I'm sure it'll help you make you more tired and go to sleep. So I will probably see you, what day is it? May see you Thursday. I don't know. I'll see you soon. Bye.